Team Rocket returns, but probably not in the way you're expecting. Team Rocket is back, and they went as far as roasting every other villainous team, as well as Ash Ketchum from the Pokemon anime. What canonical universe is this in? Well, it's in the real life universe. So Pokemon has recently released some Team Rocket apparel, which looks really cool, but on top of that, they're having a whole Team Rocket takeover in the Pokemon website, as well as I think they're having a Team Rocket takeover on Pokemon Go in June 21st to 25th, I believe, something like that, but it's Team Rocket all over again. And they're not pulling any punches this time. They have a crazy roast for almost every single villainous team. Like, look at Team Aqua. You'd think the pirate gang would be so dope. Everyone loves Team Aqua's outfits. They especially love the admins and Archie. But for some reason, Team Rocket has a problem with it. They even got a roast for Archie. If there's ever a villainous Team Grunt that looked like they should be operating a ride at a theme park, it's Team Aqua. We're not trying to make waves or anything, but these grunts should have staged a mutiny when Archie first rolled out the mood board for this look. From the striped everything to the jagged hems, this look has us feeling blue. Damn bro, that's crazy. I never would have once thought that Team Aqua would be getting so much flack. Like this is crazy. I thought their outfits were pretty clean, but the way Team Rocket put it, dang, I might have to reconsider. Don't worry, Shelly's still number one. Shelly's amazing. Team Galactic, on the other hand, I think everyone can kind of understand how you could roast them, but let's see what Team Rocket says about it. I don't know if Sinnoh has a space program, but that's the only explanation behind Team Galactic's outfits. Cyrus wants to rebuild the galaxy in his image, but he might want to start rebuilding his minions' uniforms first. Sinnoh deserves better than to be taken over by people that look like they just raided the wardrobe of a 60s sci-fi show. The overall look wouldn't be quite as bad if there wasn't such a disconnect between the clothing and the hair. But it's pretty hard to rock a grayscale ensemble while wearing a hairstyle straight out of a Tiny Bopper dystopian film. Not so out of sight overall. Now, I don't know what a teeny bopper dystopian film is, I'll be real with you guys, but I do know that Team Rocket talks some mean smack, and that's all I need to hear, because Team Galactic's outfits probably are the worst, I gotta be real. Though another fitting contender could be Team Plasma, though I like Team Plasma, but I can see why people won't like the outfits. Team Rocket I don't think likes them too much either. We can probably all agree that anyone who names their villainous organization Team Plasma isn't much of a trendsetter. This gang operates out of Unova and aspires to liberate all Pokemon from their trainers, which we have to admit sounds at least somewhat noble. And apparently that overabundant chivalrous streak came into play when it came time for Ghetsis to choose his team's wardrobe. The hoods, the tunics, the gauntlets, it's giving Crusaders vibes, which might seem romantic until you remember. I just read this for the first time. It's giving Crusades vibes, which might seem romantic until you remember that the Crusades predated modern plumbing by about 600 years, and suddenly it doesn't sound so great. From a purely practical perspective, we have to wonder how easy it is to run around stealing Pokemon in that getup. For one thing, the peripheral vision is basically non-existent, and for another, there's no way that tunic isn't getting caught in everything you run past. Hey, I gotta give it to them, they're not wrong. You did cut off your peripheral vision, you did just make clothes that's really hard to run in, and you know what, I don't think this is what they meant, but it kind of is hard to go into the bathroom with those things, so. Team Rocket is really convincing me that they're the best team, I'm not even lying. Like, in terms of aesthetics, I wasn't really swayed, I think I was more Team Aqua than anything, but hearing all this, I'm actually getting pushed towards Team Rocket. Team Flare! There's a reason a flare is a distress signal. If your entire aesthetic hinges on the delusion that only a single color exists, you might be Team Flare. Harsh? Absolutely. But it's important to remember that the entire premise and purpose of Team Flare is to make the world more beautiful. And if beauty is your single and greatest aspiration, your grunts shouldn't resemble literal roadside flares. Furthermore, if Lysander really wanted to reduce the strain on the world's resources, he could have chosen fewer than a dozen accessories for each grunt. We're still calculating the environmental impact of sunglasses, gloves, belts, buckles, ties, ties, and surgeon cuffs for every grunt in Kalos. But it isn't zero. Dang, bro, these guys are spitting facts. I can't even be mad. Everything they're saying is just factual. It's not even, they're not even hitting the aesthetics at that point. They're hitting every team's organization and goal. They're hitting the premise of every team. And like, yeah, your outfit doesn't go well with what you're trying to do. And it's just dumb. Damn, bro, Team Rocket really the goats. Team Yell. This villainous gang that operates out of Spikebot and Galart isn't the most ambitious, and we see that reflected in their clothing choices. While the punk aesthetic offers a rich palette of colors and texture, the team's grunts inexplicably limit themselves to the most basic and obvious. Studded colors and accessories, and largely grayscale colors with a single pop of magenta. And again, this is a team whose sole ambition is to be as loud as possible, given that choosing a punk sensibility was a major step in the right direction. But the thing about being loud is that it doesn't necessarily mean that you have something interesting to say, which appeals to both Team Yell's grunts, wardrobe, and apparently their non-existent mission statement. Holy bro. Whoever is making these for the Pokemon Company or for Team Rocket, whatever, kudos to you. This is good content. Like, not even for this video, I'm just saying in general, Pokemon's team has really stepped up with their social media stuff and their articles in general. They really become more Gen Z, more trendy like, and this is like, these are actual proper roasts, bro. This is so true. Team Star, when your grunts run around giving themselves compliments like, "We burn so bright, it hurts to look at us," you better look stellar or you risk inviting fashion critique that stings like bitter blades. These delinquents who run around Paldea, starring up trouble, would have achieved a much better ranking were it not for their incongruous and highly impractical assortment of accessories. If this team is so hardcore that they have to wear helmets all the time, why are the female grunts wearing heels? If they are in fact delinquents, what's with the white gloves and ties? The high-class accoutrements belong in an office or high society function, while the helmets and star-shaped sunglasses suggest a monster truck rally. And while neither is necessarily aesthetically bad, together they make about as much sense as Academy Director Clavel throwing on a pompadour wing and thinking he's unrecognizable. I'll admit, this one wasn't as bad. I don't think they had much to work with here because it's just a school uniform. So they're basically just roasting the whole school uniform plus the small accessories that they add. But yeah, I mean, the thing about Clavel was good. This is probably the weakest roast for sure. Team Magma, this group of hooligans operating out of Hoenn are a bit of a hot mess. Obviously, based on these rankings, there are worse things that you could be. While there isn't anything explicitly wrong with this team's attire, there isn't necessarily anything right with it either. The overall effect is at least interesting, but also somewhat incomprehensible. Yes, the horn hood is kind of adorable, but why horns? Overall, the looks might not be as hot as the team name suggests, but it's not quite a dumpster fire either. Alright, so this is interesting. For whatever reason, Team Aqua got the worst on this ranking list, but Team Magma, besides the Team Rocket themselves, has the best, I think. Oh, wait, no, there's one more. Team Skull. Yo, this cynical among us might argue that there's little difference between Team Yell and Team Skull. Delinquents dressed in a largely black and white color palette that might seem a little dull? Check. No grand ambitions involving destroying the world? Also check. There's an important distinction that, in this humble opinion, elevates Team Skull's aesthetic above anything Team Yell could hope to achieve. Self-awareness. From the grunt dialogue, we learn that the grunts are aware that they're all named Grunt, and that the clothing is essentially identical. With this knowledge, the skull bandanas and necklace pendants that might otherwise read as a little too obvious or gimmicky, instead become what the heck? Kitschy chick, yo? Kitschy, what the heck? What slang is this? Okay, this isn't slang. I don't know what it is. I don't get it, but I want to take it as a compliment. They actually went ahead and did a whole PokeTuber top 10. They went from worst to best, and they got the 10 villainous team of the Pokemon world and see how well they dress their grunts. So this is just free content for me. I don't think anyone else is gonna do it. So hey, it's free real estate. Team Skull is pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I really like their aesthetic, I always did. But hey, there's one team that's doing it better. Apparently, it's Team Rocket. Protecting the world from devastation, one flawless look at a time. Uniting all people within their fashion nation. Denouncing the evils of boredom and bland style. Extending their reach by going the extra mile. In a battle of fits, was there ever any question that Team Rocket would emerge victorious? With their bold silhouettes and simple yet coherent styling, it's no surprise that Team Rocket sent their competition blasting off. But if we're being honest, it's the Iconics team's larger-than-life personality that really sells the look. Team Rocket could be wearing garbage bags and still be the best-dressed Pokemon thieves in the Pokemon world. I mean, see, they're not wrong. It is the personality that sells Team Rocket more than anything. The aesthetic is pretty good too, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about the hats, but besides that, it is pretty good. But it is the personality that sells Team Rocket. But if you counted, this is only 9 different teams. There is in fact one more, and who could be on top of Team Rocket? The only other team possible, Team Rainbow Rocket. Because the only thing better than Team Rocket is Team Rocket with rainbows. Well, that's Team Rocket's top 10 and their roast against every other team possible. I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys did too. I wanted to go into the article with Ash talking about what they had to say about him, but hey, I'm pretty sure they're gonna drop another article today. This video is long enough. Maybe we can make another video if you guys are interested on both these articles on another date. But yeah, that's Team Rocket's top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this impromptu video. I needed something for today. I didn't have anything, so here it was. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all on the next video. All right, laters. Bye.